Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asma Ahmed and I'm here to present about the novel The Corpse Washer. The Corpse Washer is a novel written by an Iraqi writer in which he shows that there is a character Jawad who whose life is influenced by the continuous war situations in Iraq. He's a skillful person and have big dreams, wants to do something great in his life, but loses hope before his fate because he ends up in just taking his forefather's profession that he hated the most. In the novel, he also got a girl, Reem, whom he loved, wanted to marry, but he also loses her, and in the end, he ends up sitting alone under a tree. Okay, let's discuss about some main themes of the Corpse Washer. So it tells about how a person full of desires and having big dreams ended up with nothing. This had a lot of reasons in the novel, like the war situations going on in country. The country was not developing, the country's progress was stopped, and the skillful youth was facing so many troubles in making their lives. And also the thing that hindered him was his parents, who stopped them to go away from them, his mother, whom she was alone and he cannot leave her alone. So there were a lot of responsibilities on Jawad. So it shows that how responsibilities hinder your path towards your dream. Also, one of the main themes of the Corpse Washer was faithless person striving for rational answers of question but failed. Okay, he showed the Jawad as a person who has lost his faith. So now he just wants to get rational answers from the things happening around him. But obviously everything is not answered according like for his satisfaction, so he ends up like with a lot of questions, living alone. He has no hope because he doesn't believe in some superior power running the system of the country or the system of the world. So he thinks that he can do everything for himself. There is nothing like fate. But in the end, he ends up by defeating himself from his fate. Okay, as I told earlier, he's lost his love due to the country's circumstances and certainly due to his bad destiny, because the girl got ill and she went away saying that I can't live with you anymore. Okay, the last thing is your destiny comes to you no matter how much you hate it. That's, I think, complete in itself, because there are a lot of person who don't believe in destiny. I myself don't so much believe in destiny, but this novel particularly shows that how he reigned from the profession of corpse washing for his full life, but in the end what he got was he had to wash the corpse. That was all his fate, I guess. Next, why did I choose this case study? So there are a lot of reasons why did I chose this case study. When I was reading it, I found a lot of things that just evoked my interest in it. Like, I don't like history, but when I read this novel, it evoked me to go and read the Iraqis' history, what happened to Iraq, how the people of Iraq suffered. And the thing was, the things were so beautifully created in the novel that I could imagine everything with my mind's eye. And it was like I have visited those areas in the war conditions and I knew that what was going on in. And with the sense of family love and losing loved ones, I felt that I could feel the emotions of Jawad, and I felt myself alone with that person because this was so beautifully written, and it was also an appeal to the international world how the skillful youth of oppressed countries suffer from the war. Like I have like the Jawad was a person who wanted to go outside of the country and do something great in his life, but the circumstances of the country just vanished his talent, and he just had his griefs and sorrows instead of he could become a great artist if he would have given all the opportunities. Okay, now come to the central theme of my presentation. The central theme of my presentation is the sense of love in the novel. Obviously, the novel has many important topics like war and what happened to the skillful youth, but all of them was agreeable, like convincible. We can be convinced with all the things that were written by the author. But one thing that had pros and cons in the novel was sense of love created in the novel. The questions created in my mind after reading the novel about the sense of love were, did the writer really love anyone, or he was just trying to um, fulfill his emptiness in the life? He got someone whom he had sex with and got some relaxation, so he thought that he was loving him, but was he really loving him? If he knew what love is, what respect of your beloved one is, then why did he don't do much effort to stop rain, to find rain? And why didn't he do much effort to stop the Gayat? Even his mother was asking her, was asking the Jawad, if he wants to stop the Gayat, he can. But he didn't. So that intrigued my mind to think of the things going on. The last question is, wasn't writer selfish in case of love, either with his family or anyone else? I mentioned the word with his family here because sometimes when someone said, like his mother, said him to do something or to not do that thing there, so he just took care of his area of interest. Either his father was requesting him and he ended up doing that things, but obviously when he didn't have anything to do, he chose the things that his parents used to say to him. But that was being selfish, obviously. Okay, so I have mentioned that the sense of love in the novel. So for that, we should know that what love is actually. So I have tried to make a definition from different philosophies. I have read on Chrome and in different articles. So I've tried to make a congested way to describe the loves. Obviously, it doesn't describe the what we say, the ocean-like meaning of the love, but it's something complete in itself. Love is an art of striving for the best and living for the other. There's a word that living for the other, not being selfish. Avoiding your selfishness is the first step to enter the love and make the other person realize the beauty of life. Okay, this line I have entered specially for the case of Jawad and Reem, because Reem had lost her left chest. Jawad felt sympathy for him, but somewhere I felt in the novel that he had lost her love. He had lost his sense of love for her after he heard the news. He just missed it. He just missed the sense of sex with her, but he didn't miss the beauty. He didn't think of that I should find her in any way and make her realize what's the beauty of life. He was still thinking of making himself great, rich, and wealthy. He didn't think that Reem could be the person who can bring colors to his life, not with her body. She was a soul. I think the Jawad couldn't think of herself in the form of a soul. Okay, finding smile and sorrow in his sorrow, regardless of the circumstances going on your surrounding. Although there were very positive points of writer description of love, as I have already mentioned, that he had a beautiful imagery. That's really his writing style and skills. He waited for his loved ones and feel emptiness without that figure in the life. He was a great admirer of Reem and Gayat. He never thought something bad of those two girls that came to his life, and that's very positive point, that he admired the person whom he loved. So a sense of guilty that he always felt for not stopping the Gayat from going, he felt it, but he never felt it as he loved him. He loved her, sorry. He just did it because he thought somewhere he has broken her heart or something like that. Okay, the negative points, in my opinion, because I have mentioned in my opinion, because everyone can critique it. Okay, the first thing was objectifying the woman. This thing I really felt in this novel, that everything that mentioned is about sex, is about the sexual parts, the imagery created was about having sex with the Reem or with the Ghayat, her scent that attracted him. I think it objectifies the woman as a sexual element. This thing was like something hitting me on the mind, that the woman is being objectified again and again. You had sex with her when you wanted, but then left her without thinking of her, what would happen with her in the society. The dream was gonna die, so he could have um, given her a new life by writing a letter, or by, obviously he didn't know the address as but he could find her. That was not that difficult, because his father was his father has come back, as mentioned in the novel, so it was not that difficult to find the name. Okay, used women for her relaxation. Yeah, this was mentioned in the novel. As the narrator Jawad himself says, that he remains silent when he was with Gaia, then used to have sex and relaxation, and he got relaxation with her on his bed, but he never talked to her. So it shows that he just used that woman for relaxation, never talked to her, because he was not interested in her to, like, to go to her soul. He just wanted to use her for his relaxation. Being careless about the things. Yeah, that I already had mentioned, that the Reem's father had come back, so he should have approached him, at least asked about her, where was she, how was she, but he didn't do that. He just took it as a matter of fate and started being sad and didn't care about her. What was she doing? Although she was a part of his dreams every time, but he didn't like show something that is a condition of love. I have attached this picture on this slide. That means that he loved, but there was some blocks missing in his love. That are the negative points. Okay, being selfish. Yeah. According to Iraqi culture, as mentioned in the novel, that Ghayat could not marry anyone else now because she had already had sex with someone and now she can't marry with anyone else and she will be disrespected in the society. But he didn't think of it. He just thought that his heart is empty and now he cannot um like give her space, so he didn't do this. Although she liked Ayat, but he didn't do it because it was also a matter of respect for him and he just thought of his respect and don't think anything else, that the girl had to face a lot. Okay, the next thing is my conclusion, and that's all. Like it's true that he had faced a lot of troubles and he had made his mind that he had to lose everything. So, but it was not the case. If you wanted things to come to you, then you should take care of them. Like he should have stopped Akayat. He should have uh, not considered the women as a sexual element, so that he would have some feelings for the women both he left according to his own will. So it's, I think, pointless to remember them, to have a memory of them whom he had left with his own will. In the case of Reem, okay, it's a bit controversial, but leaving Gayat was his own choice, obviously. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for bearing with me. That's all. Thank you.